Howdy ArtyAliens and welcome. I'm Paul Yateman. I draw stuff. In today's HR Giga Challenge video, I am drawing in a style inspired by, of course, HR Giga. I'll be showing you a time-lapse of a 90 or so minute live stream from about a week ago with some minor edits. I use a range of B&H pencils and a smudge stick for this, a mix of mechanical and non-mechanical pencils. For reference, I used some photos I took in the morning of a praying mantis in my garden. So here's one of the photos I'm drawing from. I'm going to draw the mantis in pretty much the same pose. And the insect carapace would be good for informing the elements I create in my drawing. I begin sketching the outline of the mantis lightly with a 2B mechanical pencil. And today I'm trying to start on the left and move to the right as I complete each section. Hopefully what that will do will cut down on the smudging that I can get if I haphazardly apply graphite all over the page. If I'm starting at left and moving right, then I'm not smudging as much pencil with the hand that I'm drawing with. After outlining the insect, I detail the inside of lines and curves of a biomechanical nature. And you may notice that the antenna has a loop at the end, and amazingly that is actually in the photo of the mantis. To the eyes, I try to make them look sort of biomechanical with lines and dots and stuff. The progress today is typically following this: detail an area, smudge some of the pencil to smooth the shading, reapply details and hard shadows after smudging, move along to the next section and then repeat. To the wings, I apply lines to indicate membranes or veins. One thing I have noticed I am lacking from these supposedly biomechanical drawings is some of the detail that Giga puts into his drawings, which show like metal plate and join lines and stuff like that. So I'm thinking about doing a bit more of that, or maybe modifying an existing drawing like this with those specific elements. But to the thorax of the mantis, I apply pipe-like detailing down the front. I think this is one of the details that really sells this as a biomechanical drawing, because this detail is reminiscent of both insect bendy points and metallic hose pipes. And I think the other element that is very Giga-ish are the bony extrusions on the forearm. To the shoulder joint and the upper arm, I'm replicating more or less what is on Giga's alien. So that cut out sort of exposed muscle area and bony extrusions. The shading that is applied to the tricep area of the upper arm is darker at the top and bottom to indicate curvature and to provide a highlight along the apex of this line. And to help the thorax stand out from the arm in the background, I darken up the outer edge of this component. I mirror what you see on the arm in the foreground into the one in the background. After adding the detail and shading with B, I blend the graphite, sharpen some lines and shadows, and then I take a short break to get a drink. To make the elbow, I detail a simple ellipse and apply some equally simple shading. At about this stage in the drawing, I was starting to become economical in my lines and began to cut almost every corner I could. When I drew the forearm, rather than use spikes as exist in the actual mantis, I thought I'd do some blocky bony protrusions, and they worked really well. Rather than go nuts with pipes and tubing or muscles here, I applied a membrane texture and some shading, and that was that. I meant to indicate the arm here has what appears to be a mouth surrounded by teeth and a couple of big stabby objects, and that is what it looks like. Again, I was very economical in my approach. I only paid attention to the teeth, and the rest of this part of the mantis consists of scribble that has been smudged. Not that you can tell when you take the image as a whole. I guess that is how artists who have been drawing for years can whack out great works far quicker than those just finding their way. After the sketch was completed, I scanned it in, added a layer, filled it in green, and then set it to soft light to give you what you now see on screen. I encourage you to have a go at this style yourself. If you do, let me know what you come up with either in the comments or one of my social media channels. Anywho, if you found this interesting, informative, entertaining, you were inspired to draw in your own sketchbook or journal, etc., or even have a go at this style, subscribe, like and share. Until next time, you have been watching Drawing Stuff with me, Paul Yeaman. Ciao and take care.